everybody. Welcome to Tat X21. We are back, and it is Talladega. So it's going to be pretty interesting. This is the last 10 races of TATX for these guys. So 10 races till we decide a champion. It's going to be pretty interesting. Also, this week we start the playoffs in TAT. In the Cup Series, so it's going to be pretty interesting there. I actually think we have news that it might make sense to put out here because we didn't notice it till after the recording. But we had a tie for P16, so we have a 17. I won't say man, a 17 driver playoff, basically.
Yeah. Max and Barbara tied for 16th at 349. And because we don't really have the technology to figure out, count back and see who had the highest best finish, and because we're lazy, we just figured it'd be easier to just do a 17 driver playoffs instead.
And then only have 5 drivers be eliminated round 1, so.
Alright, so now it's the round of 17 basically, but other than that, it's going to work the same.
Yeah. But we're going to pop right into Talladega. We are on board with Nolan and Aronado this week. Really, I would say the most surprising driver so far.
Not even a contest. The 68 is like a top 20 car most of the time, and
he's killing
Aronado just said, let me be third in points real quick.
He's 6th, but go off, sis. Or 5th, sorry.
He was third at one point.
No, he's 6th. Yeah, I was wrong. He's not terribly far off, but Nolan has elected not to qualify, and he's still not last, as I think we have the 16 on pole. Oscar is not having a good time. Sane changed her engine.
And Castellanos gave up qualifying just for new tires.
But not the best qualifying for anybody else, really. Ozzy Albies is back here as well. So, not to mention a handful of Joe Gibbs Toyotas, well, 2 of them.
Miami's back here too. It's the plate racing shuffle, as it were.
Even in the Cup Series, we have drivers who don't really qualify well for obvious reason. I mean, it's a plate race. You don't want to get caught up in something way too early. As Freddie Freeman right now leading this thing. Lap 1 of 15. 15 laps here in Talladega, so it's going to be a decently quick episode as JJ West is out on the high side with no help. Teammate Walker Bueller is near him, just not in line. We got 4 wide.
For 23rd place. Love to see it.
I think it's 22nd, but yes. So that's going to be the thing for Nolan to try to get through this field. It's not going to be easy. But he's one of those drivers that I think can do it. Especially if they leave the bottom open for him, as he's going to make it 3 wide with 2 green cars that are also green and black. It's kind of weird. It's one of those random but funny moments. He's now going to have help from the 18 as Shadow. The 93 was going to try to work with him, but now they are 3 wide or 20th.
Is not giving them any real estate up there.
However, she's going to get pinched because of the checkup on the outside lane. Is right now the only Joe Gibbs car that is up in the top 20. Currently running in the lead is the 19.
That's a
Koishi.
19's been a non-factor.
Well, she's a factor today. We got another big checkup. Oscar the Grouch, for someone who's not feeling himself, running 13th.
I think that's higher than the 92 would be running at a normal track. On a good day.
I believe Eggman currently runs second. It's George Russell. He's going to move out of the way of Nolan Arenado. Nolo's going to get a little bit of help from Nolan. As I think Nolan has realized who he's helping by doing so, and has elected not to help him any longer.
Well, now I'm not doing.
He's actually going to get underneath Nolo. And now into the top 10, actually P9, goes Nolan Arenado. With 11 laps to go, we're getting right up towards the front. Right now, Eggman is your leader, followed by the number 90. How about Peter Parker? P5 right now. Absolutely great day for that young rookie.
And I was about to point out how the 90 shouldn't normally be up here either, but he's running.
Shohei Ohtani helping out his baseball, not brethren, but
comrade.
Comrade, yeah, we'll say comrade. That sounds very communist of it, but comrade. Yes.
I guess that would be compatriot.
Compadre.
Wait a minute.
Peter Parker may be going to the lead whether he wants to or not. Right now the lead is held by Fernando Tatis. I thought that was the 90. That was actually the 9 of Tatis that is currently leading this thing, but I don't think he's going to be in a minute, because here comes Peter Parker with help from Nolan Arenado, who has not left his bumper since they entered turn 1 last lap. Still on it, going 197. Tatis will lead that lap. Tatis is not really helping his chances either, because he's pulling him through the corners and then giving up that momentum down the straightaways, as now he's going to try to block the 4 of Peter Parker. Seems as if we have a monkey see, monkey do situation going on here.
He doesn't seem to know what lane he wants to be in.
I think Nolan Arenado is having to take a second to maybe align a run with Peter Parker here, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Huge shot to the 4. Tatis tries to go up to the outside to get the momentum, but I think it's a little too late. Peter Parker with a huge run with the help of Nolan Arenado.
And he's up to the lead with that.
And Tatis going to the high side might have just killed him, because he's going to have a lot of guys, including somebody that's battling for points, Nolo, right there beside him to kind of take that. Now my question is, does Nolan Arenado try to get around Peter Parker, because he's only got 1 car left, or does he kind of just hang out and work with him?
You can kind of work with him until the very last lap to kind of secure... well, not so much secure second for Peter Parker, but secure that nobody he's trying to pass in points and gets second instead.
Almost going 200 miles an hour.
And the fact that Linné is running 3rd behind him is also helpful.
As they were really hooked up down that back straightaway. Actually, neither one of them really wiggling at all. Just great pushes there from Nolan Arenado. We're going to see some more right here. All over the back bumper of the 4. Has not left that back bumper. Will now. Probably to get a little bit of air to the front of that car. But other than that, it has been bumper to bumper, and we are back at it with the bumper to bumper. $199 miles an hour as they enter turn 3. These front 3 have pulled away. They're working together very well. Not passing each other. Just staying in line, knowing what they have to do to keep everybody else at bay, and they are doing a great job. Marissa currently runs P4. The 39 runs P5. That's Raisin. Great racing.
They're trying to get a bit of racing. They're trying to get a bit of Toho teamwork going on back there, but that's just not. That's not on the cards compared to what these 3 here are doing. It's like the weirdest combination of a baseball player, a fighting game character, and whatever Peter Parker is at the front, and somehow that's got more cooperation than 2 people that know each other.
As weird as this sounds, I think Peter Parker's some kind of wrestler. I've seen him very quickly put on a mask and run. I think he's
himself the human spider during driver introductions, and I'm just like, get a load of this guy.
Four laps to go. Nolan Aronado has to be biding his time. They have absolutely pulled away almost a second to those 4 cars that are trying to get lined up at the front of that pack, but cannot. As they take 3 to go this time, that gap has not gotten any closer from that first big pack. Is Peter Parker doing a great job of taking these pushes from Nolan Aronado to build that momentum and not let it loose. As 198 miles an hour they go into turn 1, running in that little bit higher lane, obviously trying to get as much speed and momentum as they can. So they're going to go right back down to the bottom, start pushing again. I think another thing that's hurting that pack is they're running a different lane than these 3 up here, so even if they get close enough, which they're not close enough yet, they're not going to really get draft from these guys.
I guess they're probably thinking they're not going to get it anyway, so why even bother trying to take the draft if they're not in range of? That's my best offering anyway.
So 2 laps to go. I think this is where we might see Nolan Aronado try to branch out and make that move on Peter Parker.
Ironically enough, it's not even going to be. It's not going to be either one of these front 2 drivers that's going to settle this race. Whatever Linnea decides to do is what's going to decide this event. Who does she follow? Does she follow Parker or does she follow Nolan?
As I think Nolan was trying to get a little bit of air on that nose, maybe trying to set something up. They are no longer bumper to bumper to bumper. They have a little bit of space, a little bit of wiggle room. Nolan Aronado is going to lift again, not wanting to push Peter Parker, not wanting to give him an advantage over him, but not necessarily want to hurt him either. It's down to the bottom. He's going to go. Has Linnea's help. Getting side drafted though, that's going to kill that run. Maybe not quite.
Aronado has the lead, but Linnea has stopped pushing. She's going to try and set up a move for herself. But here comes the rest of the pack. The second that these cars started trying to take the lead away, and Racing is definitely in range to steal it if she gets lucky. But I'm not really thinking that's gonna. They're gonna go 3 wide for P2, and that's exactly what Nolan wanted to see there.
Nolan Aronado, 12th different winner, or 11th different winner, sorry. I think. Could be wrong. No,
7th?
no, God, no. 7th. What the fuck am I thinking? I was thinking of TAT. I was thinking of TAT. Cup Series numbers. But Nolan Aronado finally gets a win with a well-timed move. A little bit of help from Lene, and he is in victory lane for the first time of the season today. And bars. 48.864, the quickest lap of the race set by him. Most laps led was Peter Parker's 7, over half, or exactly almost half the race. Not enough. And how about on the move? Nolan Arenado started 34th and finished first. And Sonic starts 10th and finishes 35th, so not the day he wanted. Riker, let's go ahead and run through this top 30 that is oddly placed.
So Aronado takes the win, followed by Lene in the 78. That just seems weird to say. Peter Parker 3rd, Racen 4th, Marissa 5th, 6th for Dr. Eggman. A much needed result after his 30th place last time out. Nomo 7th, so with the exception of Aronado, he's beaten all of his main title rivals. 8th for Tommy Novak. Koichi 9th, the only Joe Gibbs car in the top 10. Sane with another top 10, riding the momentum off of Iowa, apparently. And 11th for Hyde, 12th for Moku in the 93, who really struggled at Iowa, so that's also a bit of a redemption for that team. Jake 13th in the 8, Miami 14th in the 21. The 15th place is the 15 place is 15th. There we go for Yuki Tsunoda. Walker Buehler in 16th. JJ West only 17th. Shadow 18th. 19th goes to Freddie Freeman, and 20th place for the apparently cold Oscar the Grouch. Daisy Duke 21st. Castellanos, despite his qualifying thing, ends up with 22nd. 23rd goes to Buxton, Gordeau 24th, George Russell 25th, 26th for Charles Leclerc. Tatis, who at one point was leading the event, only gets 27th. 28th for Shohei Ohtani. Kyle Pitts with 29th, and the final point will go to Boss Hogg. Definitely some notable drivers out of the points. DeGrom.
Oh, yeah.
DeGrom, Albies, and Sonic scoring nothing. That will really put a hole in that title battle.
Yeah, certainly not what he wanted to see. Sonic currently 5th. Byron Buxton, notably, only getting a couple points in 23rd. Tatis 27th. That is 2 of your top 5. Actually, no, 3 of your top 5. With terrible races, Sonic getting absolutely nothing. And then Nolan Arenado, who is 6th, getting that win, might have just put him right back into that title battle. But guys, that is going to do it. Go ahead.
That may honestly have put him 2nd in points, because the only other driver that's on the list there is other than Nolo, is JJ with an okay finish.
So yeah, not great. So guys, that's going to do it for this episode of TATX. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button down below. Tell us what to do in the comments below. See you in the next one. Peace out, guys. Also, might potentially do a special video on the channel because of the Clash weekend at the Coliseum. We might do something. I don't know. It depends. Just keep your eyes out. Peace.